Hello, Pisces. Welcome to Dawn Williams Tarot. This message is for Sun, Moon, or Rising placements in the sign of Pisces. So if you have those, this message is for you. Although this is a general reading, so not all messages may resonate. So take what does, leave what doesn't. If you're interested in doing a deeper dive as to what's going on with you in your life, I do provide private readings. The details are in the description box below, or you can go to dawnwilliamstarot.com, all one word, to my website, and you will find there my availability and my pricing. Okay, so today's message is for the month of April. It is for career and money. I am going to remind you again that we are still in Mercury retrograde. We actually will be in retrograde until April the 25th. However, there's also a shadow period that happens after Mercury goes back direct. And that energy could last until like May 13, I think is what the master astrologers are talking. So keep that in mind, okay? When things go in retrograde, it feels as though things kind of slow down and everything kind of goes backwards. And it's just an illusion. In reality, it's just the way that it looks compared to the way that the planet is spinning in terms of their placement near the sun, right? So the thing about Mercury retrograde is it does affect communication. So you might have a breakdown in communication during this time. The other thing is that it's a really good time to do a lot of inner work, a lot of inner reflecting, realigning. I have a whole list of those words: regroup, refocus, rebuild, redo, rebalance, refuel, rebirth, revisit, reflect, realign, recreate, relax, rejoice. And I'm sure there's more. But it really is a good time to look at those things and clear out the old. So not only are we being affected by this Mercury retrograde, we're already in the eclipse season as well. We have an eclipse coming towards us, the solar eclipse on April the 8th. That is going to affect a lot of the energies on the planet. There's all kinds of nefarious shenanigans going on with the Hadron Collider at CERN, and NASA wanting to shoot rockets at the sun and all this crazy crap. So anyway, today's message is for your sign. I am finding that as I'm doing these readings, they do coalesce into very nice, career and money readings. But also, it really feels as though there's layers involved in these readings. It's not just basic, down to earth. You're going to change jobs and off you go. But there's also that energy as well. So we'll see what happens as we go. So what I plan to do is I am going to pull cards from the Light Seers deck. It's one of my favorites. I will be clarifying, instead of just with tarot cards, I'm going to be clarifying with these oracle decks here. Now, the Indigo Goddess is specifically about money and career. And then this other deck is career and life choices, okay? And then what I will do as a final clarifying card is I will pull from the Rider-Waite deck, okay? So I'm going to take myself off screen for a moment so we can pull your cards. If you are new to my channel, I would absolutely love it if you would like and subscribe. Doesn't cost you anything. You just click that little button down there. I'm not sure what side of the message that it shows up on, but there's a little red box that says subscribe. That will allow you to become one of my members, and that notifies you when I've dropped new content. But the other thing that it does is it allows me to pull you into my meditations prior to each reading. So I sit down for 10-15 minutes before each reading and pull in all of my subscribers. So not only do I pull them in for the messages that I'm going to be reading for, but I also do healing work. I am a Reiki master teacher. I have been a Reiki master teacher since 1996. So I do send healing energy to everyone as well at the end of my meditation. And then I sit down to do your reading. So here we are. I would love for you to join us. Okay, so first of all, we're going to pull cards from this deck. I have shuffled. I'll shuffle some more just so you can see that I'm shuffling the deck. I typically like to do all my shuffling prior to, only because then it saves time. So this deck has been shuffled quite a bit. Okay, so we start off with the Queen of Swords. And then we have the Ace of Cups. And then we have the Ten of Pentacles, beautiful card. Okay, so I'm going to start off here with this Queen of Swords. This is in your strengths position. This is saying that you're showing up as this queen. Now, if you're a male, just recognize we all have feminine and masculine energies within us. And it's the energetic of the card that really matters. So this queen her energy is very patient. She's very understanding. And she's also my analytical queen. She likes to look at things from the idea of logic and analytics. She also comes from that space. She likes to understand the whys as to how we come up with what we come up with in terms of how do we come up with this answer? How did we come up with this idea? She really likes to understand the depth of our thinking. She's very good at expressing. She's very clear with her communication with you. You know exactly where you stand with this queen. And she is really good at making decisions. So let's see what other cards we have in terms of her role. Is she someone that you might be interviewing with? Is this your potential new employer? Who is this queen and what is she teaching us? So the card that we picked from the career and life deck is courage. Ask what you are afraid of so you can overcome what's holding you back now. There are leadership opportunities for the taking. So for me, I feel as though this is really also embodying her energy, right? So if you are looking for a new job and maybe you need to look at this process as a very analytical thing, you know, there's steps that you need to take. You know, you have to create your resume, make sure everything is up to date. Make sure that it reflects exactly the message that you are trying to give to a potential employer. And you have to be courageous. You have to really sell yourself, right? And a lot of us are not always so good at that part. And then there's others of us who excel. So it just depends on the individual. But there are leadership roles for you. So I feel as though that's a really positive. And that could be actually in your existing job, or it could mean that that is part of your process as you transition into whatever this new role may be for you. I do see a new opportunity that does come in, which is why I keep saying, you know, this new opportunity, this new opportunity. It's because the Ace of Cups is that new opportunity, as well as the fact that that Ace of Cups is saying that you will be aligning with your heart. You will be aligning with that energetic, that perfect place that is perfect for you to move into. Your next clarifying card is Quick Return. And the energies of this card, look at the bunny, is efforts are rewarded. So this is temp work. Some of you might be looking for temp work. It's very fast paced. It's physical. There is an opportunity for you to attain loans should you need one, interest and commission. So when I look at that energy, that could be in sales, right? So it could be that you're working as in a temp position, but it could be a sales position, a temporary sales position. Maybe you're going to work in retail, or you are going to work, at the mall or something like that for the summer hours. So that would be maybe for some of you that are looking for a temporary job for the summertime, so that, because you go to school or whatever the situation may be. But it's saying that your efforts are going to be rewarded. And then we're going to pull a final card from the Rider-Waite Tarot to give us additional information, please, for Pisces, for career and money. What else do they need to know? Ah, the Star card. Perfect. So for those of you who are looking to move forward on your career path, I do believe that you are being divinely guided to your next space. I think that it really is important that you make sure that wherever that place is that it aligns with your heart chakra, that you're very happy to get up every day to go do that job. It is going to make a huge difference for you personally. Now, the Star card is about walking your true north. It is about long-term goals and plans. She does have one foot on the physical plane, one foot here in the spiritual plane as well. So it feels as though many people are shuffling in their career space to align more with their core mission. And that core mission could very well be just things that allow you to align with your spiritual path as well. This is a beautiful card. I'm loving that, Pisces. Okay, your next card is the Ace of Cups. Now, this ace is an opportunity. So there is an opportunity coming in. It does align with your heart space. The thing it is saying, though, is that you absolutely will need to take action once this opportunity is presented to you. Now, this is in your weaknesses space. So it could be that you are feeling a hesitation. And that hesitation, I feel, has to do more with assessing what is happening in our reality right now. A lot of change is happening in terms of companies, in terms of movement within companies. Many companies are laying off people. The economy has really hurt many companies here in the US. So and as well as, the Biden regime is talking about allowing these illegal alien individuals that have come across the border, those individuals who are not citizens of the United States, I should say, to start taking some of those jobs. So I feel as though, and some people, I think I read that one company was actually laying off their existing employees that are American, that have need work, so that they can hire these other individuals. So there's a lot of weird things that are happening. And that could be part of a hesitation, not necessarily a weakness, but a hesitation as to, do I want to stay with the devil I know, or do I want to move into a new reality? And the other thing is that, and I don't really mean that your employer is a devil either. So don't take that the wrong way. I just mean that a lot of times people are afraid to move because they're comfortable in their space, and people are afraid of change. I see that when I do readings all the time, that the biggest thing that people are up against is the idea of making big changes in their lives. But the important thing is that you really do need to make those changes in order to get to where it is that you want to go. And so you have to get out of that comfortable space in order to, benefit from that reward, that hard work, whatever it may be for you. Okay, so your next card is the Influence card. So it says, use your influence for change. You may do public speaking, social videos, or interviews. Your voice and opinions are important. So some of you might start a YouTube channel, or you might start doing things on social media. There are ways to make money on social media. I'm not necessarily one of those people that I need 1 million followers or any of those types of things. Really, all I'm trying to do is, I'm trying to get my message out. I'm trying to connect with my tribe, and I'm trying to share the 40 years of knowledge that I have from all the spiritual work that I've done. So for you, I feel as though this is an opportunity for you to really use your voice. And I feel that's what Spirit is saying. It's time for you to speak up. It's time for you to step up for yourself. It's time for you to step into your sovereignty, all of those types of energies. I do feel as though you could be very influential because we all have something to say, and there is always someone willing to listen if we come from a place of integrity and truth, and that is what sets you apart, right? What sets you apart is that you're coming from your place of truth and integrity, and honor and those types of things. So what else do our Pisces need to know about this ace and this influence card, please? It says discern, screen your options, important choices. So pros and cons, dig for gold, only the best. So if you are going to make a move, some of you are really looking at those important choices. You are looking at the positives of potentially moving to a new place. And you're also looking at the cons of moving to a new place. And that to me is very smart. That is using your inner wisdom to know, if I do make this jump and I move to a new company, I'm starting at the bottom again. I will have to build up my, vacation time, and I will have to build up my, my retirement money again, all of those types of things. But starting at the bottom, you're always having to prove yourself. And a lot of people do like the fact that they have already proven themselves to their existing employer. Their employer knows their quality of work, those types of things. But at the same time, sometimes people will stay in a role far too long where they are not getting any further growth. So that may be a reason why some of you are looking to move forward, is because you're realizing you may be in a dead-end job. You might be in a position where your immediate supervisor maybe does not champion you or your work because they don't want you to leave them. I've had that situation in my own life. So for whatever reason, somebody needs to hear that message. Okay, so now I'm going to pull a final card for this. I really feel as though if you have been working on a plan, or you have been working towards, getting your resume out as in terms of figuring out how you would do this transition, I do feel as though there could be movement in terms of some of you finding that perfect job, but it might not be exactly where you live. So some companies do pay for relocation, depending on your level of employment, what it is that you bring to a company. I worked in biotech, so I was very much involved with some of those relocation packages because I was working as a department. I was supporting my, senior vice presidents of our department, and that was part of my role. So you do have a new opportunity coming in. You have, not only do you have this Ace of Cups, but you also have this Ace of Pentacles, and Pentacles are all about your career and your physical security. So it feels as though, yes, you will be moving forward. You will recognize that opportunity. You're going to do a deep dive as to, what I would do is, if you're really questioning whether or not you want to make that move, write down all the pros and cons of your existing job, and then write down all the pros and cons of the job that you're moving to, and then evaluate how important are those things on that, as so that you can make a decision to move forward. Okay. So that's just an option. And then we have the 10 of Pentacles. Now, to me, this is saying that this is your opportunity. This is a new opportunity coming to you that you're going to need to recognize, and you're going to have to do something about. And what it is saying is that the opportunity will lead to your physical security. This is my card of building your legacy, your family legacy. And it looks as though, you as a couple, if you are a couple, it feels as though both of you are on the same page as to how much you want to, put toward your retirement, how much you want to put into your family unit, those types of things. And the other thing that this card also represents, when I'm looking at it specifically from a career and money viewpoint, is that it feels as though many of you are working towards this goal, this goal of completion, of making sure that you are very financially secure, and that everyone in your family or in your home unit has that safety, has that feeling of security. It feels as though your home life is very important to you. And I feel as though that is the goal that you are working towards. Okay, so now we're going to pull one more card from this deck as a clarifier. What else do our Pisces need to know about this 10 of Pentacles? I love the 10 of Pentacles energy. The 10 of Pentacles is definitely talking about your career space. So it could be that those of you who are jumping into a new role, well, we're going to take both of them because they both fell out. The first card is gifts. You are uncovering new talents that will land you new work and a better position. You will get more money with the deal as well. Perfect. I love that energy, Pisces. And then we have authority. Clashes with the boss or a challenge to your power will compel you to respond. Choose peaceful solutions if you can. So one thing I do say is, if you do have a clash with your boss or you don't see eye to eye, just step into your sovereignty, step into your Queen of Swords energy. And that Queen of Swords is more analytical than a feeling, right? She is your deep thinker. So if you feel as though you're getting these clashes, or that your boss is undermining you in some way, you definitely should step up for yourself, speak your truth, right? Because isn't that what you were told before, is that you are influential with your words? And I will say that the energetics of the planet right now, as to where we are, I am recording this on April the 5th. We do have that solar eclipse coming on the 8th. And the energies leading up to that is really that energy of really being sovereign, really standing up for your personal power, stepping into that energy for yourself. And you don't, even if you clash with your boss, it doesn't have to be a big blow up. It can be a quietness, and then you just speak your mind once you've been able to gather your thoughts as to how you do want to respond. Okay, our final card. Everything looks really good. It looks as though you have these beautiful opportunities coming in, and it feels like it's divinely guided. It feels as though you will be going in the direction you are meant to go. I feel as though right now Spirit is moving people around. So I am opening that doorway for you to consider that if your soul wants you to move to another place and you decide somehow that the ego part of you is not willing to do that, that you may find yourself being booted out of a job, because that's kind of a tower moment that does happen for people when they are not paying attention to what their soul is trying to bring in for them. So I don't know who needed to hear that, but I'm letting that go out as well. Okay, Page of Swords. Pages all have to do with messages coming in. So this page could represent a younger person. This does have to do with the way that you think, how you express with your mind, and the decisions that you make. And the page says this is a new path, a new direction. It could represent someone new, could be that you are training someone new, but at the same time, I feel as though what this is really doing is saying as you're progressing through your career space, as you make this move, for those of you that are moving, that this opportunity is coming in and it may take you in a completely different direction than you originally thought. So the energy is to be flexible. Okay. Allow yourself to be flexible, at least in your mind, that you don't automatically close down and think, oh, absolutely, I'm not going to do that. Right. Think about things before you come to those decisions. Overall, it looks really good, Pisces. I'm going to put myself back on screen. Thank you so much for those of you who have made it to the end. If you are new to my channel, I'd absolutely love it if you would like and subscribe. Other than that, that's all I've got for you for today. So until next time, take very good care of you and enjoy your April. Cheers.